So did you find it difficult because what you thought was taken for granted, uh, you would actually access it on a central drive and you'll get
Yeah,
it. But in the case of, say, the WeWorks and the table space, you have to go build it, right? So when you're going and building it, suddenly you realize, hey, I didn't know this. Hey, is this so difficult to do? Because what you thought was like a couple of days work
yeah,
suddenly is like a fortnightly work, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So did you go through that? Because as an entrepreneur and a startup guy, I went through that because I found that I work in a multinational, and I realized that, oh, it's so easy to get it overnight. But here, suddenly I realized that I didn't know many things, and I had to
yeah,
be vulnerable to my own team. Did you
yeah.
go through the process?
So some pieces were actually very surprising, so and very frustrating, honestly, which is the entire Martech piece. Uh, as a marketer, you know how to use these tools, but you might not know how to set them up and the complexity required to set them up. And across now two organizations, I have sort of set that process, and I really had no idea on timelines on this, and it impacts a lot of your planning, right? Because you go ahead and commit to the board saying, here is something that I want to do, it's possible in 3 months, and it's already 6 months and you're still in some processes which you don't know why it's taking that long, because honestly some of these pieces are not your direct control pieces saying, I get these three people and these two partners and it's done. The dependencies on multiple functions takes a toll, and they were operating perfectly fine without you. You come in, you say, here are the five things that I want. They're like, matlab, why? And it's not core priority for you. So I think that can be really frustrating. But what I've learned now, given this is the second space I'm doing it, is you lobby for it right in the beginning. So it is important that you don't say that, here is what I'm going to do, but you take the entire leadership team through your plan, get their sign-ins, and then everybody's aligned saying, here are the five things that are hitting three other functions where support will be needed. And that is very important. A lot of times I think this whole piece around I did it, I won, is a huge problem which leads to failure. I am okay if I don't win. As long as the brand wins and the company wins, I'm in a very great space, because I mean, at a certain level the I doesn't really matter, but I've seen that a lot of failure happens because of the I. And at leadership level, that lobbying, that landing the information, getting the support is extremely important. Otherwise, no matter what your intent, how deep your pockets, you will fail. And I've seen a couple failures happen very, very early on when I was trying to build functions. And I've taken big lessons from those.
Interesting, brilliant. I think very lovely insights, and some of the points that you said. You don't necessarily need to win. The I has to be taken away, especially if you're working in marketing. Uh, what I found one client said was the function that has to be most open in my company is the most closed. That's what the CEO said. Okay. So I think for me it was a bit of a shocking moment because he said that's really what the CEO said. Okay, so I really love what you said.